Hey guys, Donald from St Paul's Kids here. Now, our theme this term has been What You Call Me. It's where we're going to explore all the different names of Jesus. And what do they mean? Why was he called that? And the story for you guys this week is one where we find Paul sitting down with his apprentice Timothy. Now Timothy, he was following Paul around, watching what he did and going in with him and watching and seeing and learning how to run a church, how to be a Christian, how to stand up to people for the faith. And they had just been chased out of another city, and so they were gathering around the fire, and it was a bit cold. And Timothy is saying, man, the enemy must blimmin' I'm sick of him. Just hurting and pushing us around and getting people to hurt us and hating us. And Paul sat there with a stick in the fire. He looked it up and he goes, well, what do you expect him to do? He's still smarting. He's really upset that he lost the battle and that he got hammered. Timothy was like, what do you mean? We just got chased out. Paul looked and he says, yeah, but Timothy, look, do you remember the story of Adam and Eve? Oh, yeah, Mum used to tell me that one all the time. Well, here's the thing. Jesus is the new Adam. We had the old Adam and he let us down. Hey? Right, so you remember Timothy. And Paul started the story. He told them about how they were sitting there and they were living in paradise, a place where everyone was one with nature. And we're not talking about singing Kumbaya. It was a place where you could literally walk up to a lion and go, who's a good booty cat? You could scratch the belly of a cat, and we know how dangerous that is. Man and animals and nature worked alongside, and that was how God designed it. Perfect in unity. And he said, you guys can eat from any tree, anything, any food, but not that one, okay? Don't touch that tree of good knowledge. If you do, you're gonna die, okay? Don't do it. That one tree. Because God left this one tree there. Not so it could be like, oh yes, he had to put it there, it's bad. He did it because he wanted Adam and Eve to choose him. To want to be there. To be strong and not give in to the temptation that would come. Because the enemy, he was just like a serpent, and he slithered down. Eve was walking past and he said, hey Eve, how you doing? Oh, good, Snake, how are you? Oh, I'm pretty good. Wait, what? This tree looks pretty good. You gonna eat from it? No, God said not to. He said if we do, we're gonna die. So, he was lying to you. What? God wouldn't lie to us? He was. See, if you eat from this, you will be like him. You'll be a god yourself. Go on, have a bite. Really? No, surely. Yeah, you trust me, you won't die. And the curiosity, much like when a toddler is told not to touch the heater, it's hot, they might go, Eve reached up, took one of the fruit. Now, we don't know what it was like. Some people say the apple, but I've eaten apples before. It wasn't this. She took a big bite out and she was like, Adam! Adam wasn't too far off. What's this? Look, eat this. You won't die. Okay. And they realized something was wrong. They looked and they were embarrassed. And then they heard, Adam, Eve, where you at? They looked at the fruit. They looked at each other. They looked at the fruit. They looked at each other. They dropped and they hid. God knew something was up. He knew where they were. And he was like, guys, what have you done? And there's a long sort of story involved here where Adam said, she made me do it. And she was like, he made me do it. That's the snake. Instead of owning up to their mistakes. But God knew that they had ruined what he had said. They made a big mistake. But he knew he had a rescue plan. He said to the snake, you muppet. You might have think you've ruined it, but I can tell you what now, snake. It was the enemy. You are going to get your head crushed one day. One of Eve's sons, a long way off, is going to step on your head. You're going to bite him on the heel. You're going to think, but he is going to crush you. And the snake thought, whatever. He said, oh, by the way, you don't have legs. Off he slithered. Timothy said, yeah, I knew that story. I know. But, see, Jesus, he was the new Adam. The new Adam? The new Adam. He came to set creation right. He's come to rescue us. He's God's rescue plan. Because remember, the enemy thought he had him. He thought, ha ha, God came to earth and I got his own people that he said he loved to kill him. Net minute, Jesus rose again. And Paul said to him, see, when Jesus died on that cross, that was the snake biting his heel. The snake thinking, the enemy thinking that that's it, I've won. But Jesus, the new Adam, went, crushed his head. He destroyed the enemy's best weapon, sin. All of a sudden, all of our lives, all we need to do to be in close relationship with God, to have a relationship with him, is to say, I'm sorry, Jesus. And he's brought heaven to earth. That's what the new Adam did. That's what Jesus did. So whenever we say, Lord, here I am, I love you, forgive me, because we all make mistakes. You definitely make mistakes, Paul. Yeah, thanks, Timothy, we don't need to go there. But whenever we make a mistake, we can simply do what the Bible says is called repenting, which is not just go, I'm sorry, and do it again. But say to Jesus, Jesus, I'm sorry, forgive me, and stop doing it. Turn away from that sin. And we can then know that Jesus forgives us because he paid the price. He took the bite from the snake. And that's why Jesus was God's rescue plan. Because he came to earth to rescue us. And he came to rescue you. So when I talk about Jesus, Timothy, being the new Adam, it's that he's setting creation right. And he can do it in your life too. That's our story this week, guys. Have a great week. See you later.